Alright there, YouTubers and fellow airsofters. What I'm bringing you today is I'm bringing you an update on my GHK PDW here. It's been a while since I actually made a video on this, and I figured I'd go over a couple things here that I did to it and whatnot. So basically, starting from the back here, what we're going to be looking at here is the stock. I actually took the metal stock that was here and I actually wrapped it with paracord. A lot of people, they've wrapped their stocks with paracord. They usually do it in a braid style. I don't care for the braid really. I prefer just to wrap it like so. This way it gives it a nice fresh look around that stock there. A lot of people also like to do the M4 stock conversion, where you put a kit here, or you make your own M4 style buffer tube stock conversion and then you use the M4 style stock. I'm not really for that. I actually like the stock the way it looks on the PDW from the get-go. So moving on from there, what I have here is the pistol grip. Now I didn't do too much with the pistol grip. Basically the pistol grip here, I just left it alone. I did have the Magpul M4 style grip here that I actually put on here, but the problem was I didn't care for it too much because of the trigger pull for the GHK is actually pretty long and it sits kind of far forward. And for some reason when I put this grip here on, it made me feel like I was reaching for the trigger, and I really didn't care for it too much. So what I actually did was I left the stock grip on there, and then I actually wrapped the grip with grip tape, and it gives it kind of that rugged look to it. It came out real nice. It gives it more of a rugged look, but that's what I went with that. Now I have a trigger guard here for Knight's Armament with it that's trademarked and all. The only problem is the trigger guard I ordered is a real steel trigger guard. So I'm going to have to modify it a little bit because the measurements and the length of the two trigger guards are different. So I'm going to have to see if I can fit it in there somehow, or do something to it to make it fit. Forward, moving on, I'm actually using the GHK Generation 2 mags now. I've been running the Generation 1s, which I still have. The only thing is these Generation 2 mags are so much nicer inside the mag well. These here have a lot of play, and it seems like these here actually seal better too with the nozzle and stuff. So you can even feel a difference when you pull the trigger. You get more of an oomph behind your BB with these, it feels like, than you do with the Generation 1 mags. But that's just normal stuff, you know, when they come out with new stuff. Moving forward, I have a XM203 grenade launcher on there. Now, I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat for this one because, it's a PDW, why you have a grenade launcher? Well, it's basically personal preference. I play a lot of CQB, and I actually have the smallest one that they make for it because they're actually really good at clearing rooms and whatnot. It actually fits on her pretty decently. It's not big. Like I said, it's the XM203. It's about 6 inches long. Mad Bull is the one that makes it. Now for the grenade launcher, let me flip this over here. The grenade launcher, it actually works. Here's your slide lock for the grenade right here. As you see, it's locked. Hit the button, it'll slide forward. I'm actually using the no reset grenades. These they're alright grenades. They hold 120 rounds. They say no reset, but for some reason every now and then I have to wind up resetting them. You're supposed to just be able to shoot it, gas it, instead of actually hitting the bottom button there to reset it. What we have here is our safety for it, and then your fire controls back here, of course. Now back to the other side, I'm running the J-Rich N300 replica. See? Rated for 190 lumens, I believe it is, and it takes one CR123 battery. I have the wiring, like usual, ran through the rifle instead of on the outside of the gun, because I don't like my wiring running on the outside. And as you can see, I got the pressure mounted right there on the grenade launcher. Alright, now another thing I did change was the sights. Now these are KSC replica sights. The only thing I didn't like about them is I changed them out because the GHK sights I didn't care for too much. This one here, as you can, it's not tight. The sight likes to make a lot of noise and move around a lot, so I actually swapped it out with a different one. As you can see too, the colors are also different. The GHK is more of a grayish color. This is more of a metallic color. In the back here, I actually swapped this sight out because I didn't like the way the GHK looked. For some reason it has like a green tint to it, and it looked terrible on here, especially with the gun being all black. So this one here is actually off the WE PDW, and this is the old GHK one. The sight, I prefer the look of the WE one better, to be honest. Moving on, for my reticle sight here, I have the T1 Aimpoint Micro with a kill flash on there, so we don't have to worry about the BBs getting shot out anymore. I actually have the Ditech Lights Armament mount for the T1 on the way. Whenever that gets here, that'll be put on there as well. I have the steel bolt from RA-Tech in there. Now the bolt is not steel, it's more of like a steel alloy. They actually mixed it to keep the weight down, I guess, because of the bolt weight. So it's not completely steel, it is an alloy, so you're going to have steel and aluminum mixed in there to keep the weight down. Now for the inner barrel and hop up, I actually went through a lot of options there. I started off with the stock setup, and then I went from the stock hop-up bucking to a Reaps hop-up bucking, and then I swapped out the inner barrel to the Angel Customs barrel, which was just, it was junk, to be honest with you. After about, I'd say 2 or 3 games of using the Reaps with the Angel barrel in there, basically the hop-up rubber ripped, it was just chewing up BBs. My FPS dropped, so now I'm actually using the Prometheus 6.03 inner barrel with the Maple Leaf hop-up rubber by Airsoft Taiwan, and she has been running great with that installed. Every now and then you might get a flyer or two, but out of all the ones I've had so far, it's the best setup that I've had in there. I've actually had good FPS with it, and she is pretty accurate, up to about, I'd say 90 feet. You can't expect too much out of a short barrel rifle here, especially on a PDW. So basically that there is just the overview of the PDW I've got going on so far. If you could, just give me your thoughts, tell me what you think, and we'll see what else we can do. If not, move on to the next one. Which reminds me, on Thursday of this week, my new gun should be coming in, which is the Mega Arms. I actually ordered that, and it should be in here on Thursday, so keep an eye out for the Mega Arms M4 by PTS Syndicate, and we'll see how that one goes. So thanks for watching, and as always, stay true.